So corny. Hey everybody, Ben here. So before this channel was more focused on Japanese automotive history, it was more of a vlog. Anyway, I wanted to do a quick video tonight on back to my roots there. I got an email from a subscriber, Lester, who actually had a fairly common question in regards to my 91 MR2 NA to 3S-GTE or MR2 Turbo write-up. So this is technical in nature. If you are more interested in my Japanese automotive history videos, click the link and off you go. Enjoy. All right, so fuse box. This is an MR2 Turbo fuse box, which I have pillaged, but I'm going to go into the modifications that are required. Assuming you're working with a naturally aspirated fuse box. You see a cut, this would be the body harness, okay? And then what you have normally on this side here is where the engine harness attaches. Underneath, it's a little trickier to get it apart. I recommend doing this portion of the wiring, by the way, when probably just leave the fuse box in the car to do this. Pretty easy to unbolt this and this here from the firewall, and then just kind of, you know, undo the harnesses as best you can and flip this thing over. What you'll do on this is, it's been a while, you've got these little plastic tabs. Yeah, you pull on them. All right, so you pull that tab back. This one looks like it was just loose. You might have more trouble with that, but anyway, then you got the bottom of this thing off. In the write-up I did years ago, I took some terrible pictures of the differences, and hopefully you'll be able to see this here. I'll see if I can focus in for you. Focus, autofocus. You can do it. Alright, so on the turbo version of the car, this pin right here, see it right here? That pin is occupied. It's missing here because I pillaged it in order to do my swap. But normally there is a wire running here. Let's use a visual aid. Okay, stuff wire in there. Okay, so you've got your wire in there normally, and then it runs over to here. Actually, you can see where I cut it right there. You see that? See where the wire got cut? So all this is this wire is attached to this little dealy bobby here. These two are in there together, and that wire runs from here with my visual aid over to there. Cool? So basically yours will look like this if it's non-turbo. You won't have your little dealy bobby over here. That's a technical term for it. I apologize for autofocus. This is a typical YouTuber thing, so I figured I'd join the club. What we need to do is create some wiring to mimic the turbo version. Otherwise your car doesn't start. You may actually be watching this video because of that. You're going to use a suitcase connector. One of these. You seen that before? Okay, so the way this guy works here is you have one side. Focus. Yeah, you got it. All right, so we have one side that is going to go into here. All right, so this is a wire we're adding. Okay, we're gonna crimp that down. Well, actually before that, you're supposed to attach it to this other side here. So when you're done, it should look something like this. Suitcase connector is attached to this wire here. Okay, the other end of the suitcase is running up through here, up to the other side, so that we can play with this in a minute. And just for clarity, this is what it looks like with it off. Taking this apart. This is the wire you want. Alright everybody, here we are in my engine bay. And here is the fuse box. We're going to start by taking this thing off. So in order to replicate what we had, what I just showed you, this wire, let's pretend that this wire has been wired in and is sticking up from the bottom side of the fuse box. Okay. And what we're going to need to do is some modifications to these two wires here. So once you have this thing apart, it's very simple. You're going to want to connect these two wires here, which look similar to these, but it's not these two. It's these two. I'll give you a close-up still frame in a sec. Well, actually, here with the magic of YouTube's, I will overlay that for you. Those wires. Okay, so what you want to do is connect those two wires with the suitcase connector. Okay, so we'll cram those both in there, and then crimp. And all that's doing is connecting those two wires. And then what we're going to do is add a second suitcase connector to either wire, since they're going to be together at that point anyway, they're already connected. So either wire, run a separate suitcase, and then this wire that you modified underneath, run that into that third suitcase. So for all intents and purposes, what we're doing is we're taking the wiring we did beneath and we're connecting it to these two wires. Okay, so this harness doesn't need to be modified, the big harness. That can stay there. But you're taking this and connecting it to these two. Once that's connected, your car will start well. Assuming you did everything else right, and the other wiring, which I'll get into in another video. Hey everybody, I hope you found this video helpful. Keep in mind there's more than one way to do this, and the connectors I used are one method, so you may have tips of your own. Make sure to leave those in the comments. Also stay tuned for more JDM history videos. Subscribe for that. Like the video and share it if you did. Hey, thanks. Take care, guys.